a huge cat called a cheetah native to central Iran and Africa. It is capable of being the fastest land animal, running at a speed of 80 to 128 kilometers per hour, and has various modifications for speed, having a slim body and long, thin legs, a lengthy tail, and cheetahs usually reach ages of 67 to 94. At the head and shoulder in millimeters, its body length ranges from 1.1 to 1.5 meters. Hello and welcome to KYC News, and please subscribe. Adults usually weigh 20 to 65 pounds. Kilogram. It has a tiny, spherical head with a short snout and tear-like black fur face striations. The coat usually ragged to creamy white or light buff. Major portion of evenly spaced. For subspecies have solid black dots. Recognized more outgoing than most cats, the cheetahs belong to three major social groups. Male coalitions with the females and their cubs, also single males, whereas women live wandering lives, scouring vast home areas for prey. Males tend to be more sedentary and may create considerably narrower territorial boundaries in places where there is a lot of prey and access to females. The cheetah is most active during its primary activity is hunting. Obsession with peaks during the early morning and dusk. It consumes little to medium-sized prey, primarily under 40 kilos in weight, and favors ungulates of a medium size, such as impala. The Thompson's gazelles and the springbok cheetahs usually stalk their prey to between 60 and 70 meters, charged at it, trip it, and to chase it and bite its throat, choking it to its demise. Breeding takes place throughout year. After almost 3 months of gestation, generally 3 to 5 cubs in a litter, young cheetahs are extremely susceptible to a threat from other huge carnivores like lions and hyenas. At roughly 4 months, weaning takes place. By the age of 20, cubs are autonomous. Months old, the cheetah can be found in many different environments like savannas, in the dry mountain ranges of the Serengeti, around Sahara, and steep desert terrain. Several factors harm the cheetah. Elements like habitat loss, human-human conflict, poaching, and high vulnerability to illness. Earlier during the majority of African sub-Saharan region and beyond up to the Middle East. From the east into the cheetah is presently on the Indian subcontinent, primarily in tiny areas. Populations in central Iran that are dispersed together with the southern, eastern, and northern Africa. 2016 had a global cheetah population increase was approximated to be 7,100. It is listed as having individuals in the wild. On the IUCN Red List, vulnerable in the past, cheetahs were subdued and prepared for ungulate hunting. They are frequently portrayed in works of art, publications, advertising, and the traits of animation. The cheetah is a small, spotted cat. A cat with a small, rounded head, short snout, dark tear-like head, facial stripes, a deep chest, and long, slim arms, legs, a lengthy tail, widely favored for its thin canine-like shape, adapted for speed, and starkly contrasts considering the strong physique of huge cats. The Panthera genus cheetahs usually reach ages of 67 to 94. At the head and shoulder in millimeters, its body length ranges from 1.1 to 1.5 meters. Age and health can have an impact on weight. Adults, location, sex, and subspecies usually fall between wild-born cubs weighing 20 and 65 kilograms, weighing between 150 and 300 grams, when people born in captivity are typically bigger, and 500 grams or more in weight. The sexual dimorphism of cheetahs includes bigger and heavier males than females, but not in the same way as previous cases. Hefty cat studies diverge greatly on morphological differences between the subspecies. Usually, the coat is tawny to creamy, whitish or light buff. The chin, throat, and undersides white and vacant. The belly and legs with markings. The remainder of the body is wrapped in approximately 2,000 equally spaced rounds or oval solid black specks, each around the same size, 3.0 to 5.0 centimeters. Every cheetah exhibits a unique pattern of areas that can be used as markers. Besides the obviously distinct individuals, there are further dimly discernible patches. Sporadic black spots on the coat. Newborn cubs have fur coverings with a splotchy patch pattern, provides a gloomy appearance, whiter than pale on top and virtually black on the underside. The hair is typically thin and short. Although the belly and chest are wrapped in silky fur, king quality fur according to reports, cheetahs are silky. A short, Rough mane covering is present at 8 centimeters or more down the neck to shoulders, and males exhibit this trait more pronouncedly. The mane begins as a lengthy cape. Loose gray or blue hair in young people. Rare and distinctive melanistic cheetahs have been observed in Zimbabwe and Zambia. Sclater described two in 1877 to 1878. Specimens from the south that are partly albino. Africa, the head is more rounded and diminutive, versus the large cats. Saharan cheetahs possess a slender canine. Faces. The ears are tiny, rounded, and short. Both the base and the top are torn. Areas of black paint along the edges and the rear. The high-set, rounded eyes have eyes and whiskers in comparison to others. Shorter and fewer males are good and discreet. The distinct, strong tear tracks at the corners are where the cheetahs come from. Travel from the eyes down the nose to the mouth. These streaks have a poor role. Recognizing that they might shield the sight from the glare of the sun, or they might is employed to describe facial expressions. The tail's extraordinarily long and powerful tail, having an end tuft of white that is bushy. 60 to 80 centimeters in length. The first 2/3 of the tail, however, are partially covered in the final third. 4 to 6 dark circles on the skin, or stripes. Internal anatomy that contrasts drastically, having huge cats as part of its morphology. Cheetah has a number of modifications for long pursuits to capture prey at some of the quickest times ever observed due to its thin, streamlined shape. It is well fit for short explosive acceleration spikes, quickly acceleration and execution skills, severe direction shifts during traveling quickly. The spacious nasal passageways allowed the fact that the is smaller than the incisor teeth ensure a quick and sufficient airflow, and expanded lungs and heart allow for the addition of oxygen to the blood in a brief period. This enables cheetahs to quickly recover their endurance following a chase. Typically, during a hunt, their respiratory rate rises from 60 to 150 breaths per minute each minute. Additionally, the decreased viscosity of the blood might relax at greater temps, boost blood flow and oxygen delivery while running, along with enjoying yourself. Their semi-retractable design provides traction. Claws. Cheetahs act as a rudder by using their tails a way to steer that allows them to take quick turns. Need to evade antelopes that frequently alter course to flee during a search. The long claws increase control over the ground as inadequate cushions cause the sprinting is more practical on difficult terrain. The cheetah's limbs are longer than what its size is normal for. Other cats, the thigh muscles are substantial, and the fibula and tibia are kept close together, reducing the lower legs' collectively probable rotation. This lowers the possibility of losing balance, but impairs the capacity for running. To ascend, the connecting clavicle is drastically decreased. The scapula's ligaments, and through motion of a pendulum, raises the duration of the step and aids in shock absorption. The vertebral column's extension may increase the height by up to 76 centimeters. Length of step. The cheetah looks like the little cats. Cranial characteristics, as well as a lengthy, flexible spine. Compared to the awkward and brief one in other hefty men, light shines from the roughly triangular skull. Slender bones and the crest of the sagittal axis ill-conceived, possibly to reduce weight while accelerating. It is impossible to widen the mouth as widely as given the reduced length in other cats between the mouth and the skull of muscles. According to a study, the cheetah's claws may retract if are the result of the earlier shortening of formation of the middle phalanx. The cheetah's bones. The cheetah's speed and acceleration. The swiftest terrestrial mammal. Estimations of the top speed reached are between 80 and 128 kilometers per hour. 112 is an often used number. Hours per kilometer, although this measurement is from 1957, disputed in the year 2012. A cheetah from the Cincinnati Zoo established a record by 100 meters in 5.95 seconds or less. A fixed run 98 miles per hour was the highest speed recorded. Hours per kilometer. Contrary to popular opinion, fraudulent hunters just pursue their prey. The results of two studies on high 2013 research observed hunting GPS collars worn by cheaters demonstrate this. Cheetahs hunt at substantially slower rates than their greatest level ever recorded during 90% of the pursuit, with a few quick blasts here and there when they reach their top speeds. One of the investigations found that the typical speed of video was captured during the high-speed phase, 53.64 kilometers per hour, which falls within the speeds between 41.4 and 65.88 kilometers per hour, includes mistakes. The highest value seen was 93.24 hours per kilometer. The researchers recommended going on a hunt. Includes 2 phases. A rapid acceleration period at the beginning when the cheetah makes an effort to overtake the prey, followed, moving more slowly as it closes in on it, with changing deceleration by the targeted prey. The measured maximum acceleration was 2.5, while the max speed is in meters per square second. The deceleration rate was 7.5 meters per second. Second square values for acceleration and speed for catching a cheetah may differ from people who want to be hunters, because while more involved in the pursuit of the cheetah, most likely to be turning and twisting, perhaps running across a forest, the cheetah's top speeds might be barely greater than those. Attainment was made by the pronghorn at 88.5 kilometers per hour, with the springbok moving at 88 kilometers per hour, whereas the cheetah was traveling at. Furthermore, includes a superb acceleration. Thank you for watching.